Walking home at dusk, Leo spots a weathered missing person poster taped to a telephone pole. When he looks closer, his blood runs cold. The face on the poster is his own. The name is his name. But the date last seen is May 28, 2029, exactly 3 years in the future. The location last seen is the very intersection where he is standing right now. Believing it is a cruel prank, he dials the contact number on the flyer. To his horror, a weeping woman answers, claiming to be his future wife. And as he looks out his window, he realizes the 3-year countdown to his disappearance has already begun. Leo loved his quiet, suburban neighborhood. Every evening after work, he walked the same path home as the sun went down. The streets were always calm, lined with tall trees and old houses. But one damp evening in June, the air felt unusually cold. As Leo reached the intersection of Maple Street and Oak Road, a yellow piece of paper caught his eye. It was taped to an old wooden telephone pole under a flickering streetlight. Leo stepped closer. It was a missing person flyer. The paper was weathered with curled edges from the rain, but the black ink was still dark and clear. Leo looked at the photo on the poster and gasped. His heart beat fast against his ribs. The face staring back at him was his own. It showed his dark curly hair, his round black glasses, and his faded blue denim jacket. Leo read the words on the paper. The name printed in bold black letters was Leo Vance. The flyer said he had vanished on a rainy evening. But when Leo looked at the date, his breath stopped. The date of the disappearance was May 28, 2029. Today was June 1, 2026. The poster was dated exactly 3 years in the future. Leo touched the paper with trembling fingers. He expected it to be cheap, fresh printer paper from a friend playing a joke. But the paper felt old, thick, and slightly dirty, like it had been hanging on the pole for weeks. The print quality was completely professional. Leo looked down at his feet. The poster said Leo was last seen at the intersection of Maple Street and Oak Road, the exact spot where he was standing right now. Terrified and confused, Leo pulled out his phone. There was a contact number at the bottom of the flyer. He dialed the 10 digits, expecting to hear a friend laughing on the other end. The phone rang once, twice. Then, a woman's voice answered. The voice was shaking, thick with tears. "Hello? Did you find him? Please, tell me you found Leo." Leo's throat felt dry. "Who is this?" he whispered. The woman sobbed. "This is Maya. My husband, Leo, has been missing for 3 weeks. Please, if you have him, just tell me he is safe." Leo shook his head, backing away from the telephone pole. "I don't know a Maya," Leo said, his voice cracking. "I am Leo, and I am standing right here in 2026. This is a sick joke." There was a long, terrifying silence on the line. Then, Maya whispered, "Leo, is that really you? But your voice sounds so young. How are you calling me from the past?" Maya began to describe their home. She talked about the small apartment they rented on the 3rd floor of his building. She talked about the small wooden table in the kitchen and the blue denim jacket he always wore. Leo had just bought that jacket last week. He lived alone on the 1st floor, not the 3rd. "The police said you just walked out into the rain and vanished." Maya wept through the phone. "They found nothing but your glasses on the wet asphalt." Suddenly, the call cut to loud static. Leo dropped his phone. He ran all the way back to his apartment building, locking his door tight. He sat in his dark living room, his hands shaking as he stared at the wall. He did not know a woman named Maya. He did not live on the 3rd floor, but he knew the denim jacket on his coat rack was real. Slowly, Leo walked to the window and parted the curtains. In the distance, under the yellow streetlight of the intersection, he saw a tall, dark silhouette. The figure was standing directly in front of the telephone pole, staring. straight up at Leo's window. His phone buzzed in his pocket. He pulled it out with trembling hands. It was a text message from the future number. It was a photo of his own window, taken from the street just a second ago. Beneath the photo, a single line of text read, "The 3 years are already gone.